Alright, wonderful fuckers. Welcome back to Practicing Portraits, an artwod roadmap. Artwod is... I'm so tired of this. How the fuck do YouTubers do the same bullshit intro? Guys, welcome to my... Today I'm gonna pee-pee my poo-poo. Like, fuck off. Alright, welcome to Practicing Portraits. Evidently, the fucking title is Practicing Portraits. Artwod is the incredible online platform where you learn how to become an excellent draftsman. 90% of you won't even fucking watch to this point, so who gives a fuck? Anyways, those of you who are here, draw along. Right? Watch me become great with me, all that shit. Anyways, no, fuck this. Anyways, oh, actually, no, we're on to the next exercise. Right, we're on to the next... Oh, fuck, I forgot to submit it. I knew something was off. But whatever, we'll just... I already know what it is, so it's fine. Right, but we're on to the next exercise in the Artwod Portrait Beginner Roadmap. Right, first, let me just... I guess I have to... I'm just gonna submit some shit, right? I'm just gonna submit some I can't believe I'm doing this during the fucking goddamn video itself, but I'm submitting for the time being a false submission for this exercise just so I can move on, right? And then I'm gonna resubmit it. And apparently Antonio has feedback. Fuck this, whatever. Okay, cool. What is this one? This one is using the same references as before. Trace a box representing the head on top of the image. Okay, so same shit. Nothing's fucking changed. I knew this was it. Alright, obviously I'm gonna go back and fix this. I should have done this before. It's already been a minute and a half. Anyways, so what are we doing? Same shit as before, except now we are beginning the first rep of the next exercise, which, as you heard, is surprisingly easier. I don't know why they made the easy one. Why they made it easier and hard and then easy, right, with the sphere. But anyways, I'm not changing what I'm doing. I'm still going to continue visualizing the box, visualizing the sphere inside the box, and then visualizing the center lines, horizontal and vertical, inside the sphere, inside the box. If that sounds extremely difficult, it fucking is. You're visualizing 3 layers of perspective, and then you're having to hold that visualization at a specific proportion, all 3 layers, while applying. It is extremely difficult, which is why I'm doing it, because only difficult things are worth doing, right? When it comes to learning, at least, right? If you want to diddle yourself, and there's various levels of ease that can come about with that. Emphasis on the come about. But anyways, my shit jokes aside, whatever. We're moving on. Draw along with me, practice your portraits, focus on your fundamentals. Right? I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. Fuck these call to actions. I'm just gonna draw. Right, but anyways, so what am I doing? I always like to explain what I'm thinking. Well, because for this one, it's really just draw the box. Literally just draw the box. So like super fucking easy comparative to what I've been doing. But obviously it's really important to understand and keep a specific proportion in mind, right? And that's what I'm trying to do. That's my main goal, is to keep a specific proportion in mind. And honestly, I think I made this box way too fucking big. And actually, the angle is off too, so there you go. I still made a mistake, you know, for all the bullshit I talk about that being easy, I still make very, very notable mistakes. Therefore, it's not easy, and I'm just a cocky son of a bitch, as they say. Right? So, again, I'm discerning this. Yeah, I'm discerning this angle based on the eye to ear ratio, right? Like the ear is right around here, so I'm doing it based off of that. Although I will say it's relatively, like I said before, I have it a bit wrong. It's a bit too drastic of an angle, I believe, and yeah, I fucked that line up, which is another really good mistake. Yeah, I'm making this box way too big, and clearly I'm not making it a perfect cube, so I will rectify this, rectify this moving forward, but for the time being, this shall have to suffice. And this is really good line practice too. Everything is really good line practice when your lines are as garbage as mine. So it's Gucci. Alright, cool. Right. I'm still obviously trying to like... I guess I turned the box into a sphere, whatever. But you see, this is the ear. Right. I guess we'll still put the features. Obviously, I didn't fucking center the eye line at all. So this is on me. This is all on me. I didn't... Technically, I think this could be a perfect box in perspective, actually. It 100% could be. Also, I'm pretty sure this is incorrect. Yeah, these 2 lines are diverging, so that's a mistake as well. And again, the main thing is I'm still forcing myself. even though this box may be a bit of a crutch in the sense that it's like it tells me the perspective. I can refer to this when I draw the helmet or hard surface helmet shape over it. It is still my duty, right? My goal, my duty to ensure that I'm still visualizing the sphere while I do this, right? Which actually is more difficult, I think, because I have a box that I'm already looking at and I still have to visualize a sphere. Because now I'm just putting these features onto a flat plane, not a curved plane like here, a flat plane, right? Just purely for the sake of the exercise. And yeah, I'm doing this wrong. I'm just a heads up. I'm not doing it the way I would like to do it, which is to have the eye line be the middle of this line right here, right? So I fucked quite a few things up, and his forehead is way too short, right? Quite a few things have gone incorrectly, and to be honest, like I'm already doing more than what the exercise requires because I am not required to do any of these. Like I'm not like as you heard, the exercise literally just look at reference, put it in a box. I'm looking at reference, putting it in a box, putting a sphere putting a sphere inside the box, and putting center lines inside the sphere inside the box, right? And then I'm drawing the features as well, roughly to sort of understand the proportions and placement of them, right? That's purely what they're for. It's not for accuracy, right? It's otherwise like a lot more focus would be going towards that. But the thing is, beautiful thing is the portrait roadmap. We're gonna learn accuracy. We're gonna learn accuracy, and we're gonna learn proportion, and we're gonna learn placement, feature placement. We're gonna learn all that shit, right? Right now, I'm doing, as one might say, extra credit because extra credit is actually how you get good, right? You know all those kids that you call tryhards in school, right? Turns out trying hard is actually a good thing. Now, if they had an abhorrent personality in relation to their trying hard, I believe criticism does suffice and in fact necessary, right? If you knew a tryhard who was a bit of a fucking annoying dick about it, then yeah, it's an annoying dick of a tryhard. But I'll tell you this, trying hard is very, very good for you, all right? Being a tryhard, especially if you care enough, right? I'm gonna assume if you're on this channel, you're curious at least, which means you must care a little bit about getting good at art. Right? Or at the very least, you're like, why the fuck does this guy keep talking while he's drawing? Why can't he just put some cutesy music in the background where he's like, hey guys, today I'm gonna diddle myself, and everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna watch and like and subscribe. Right? Why isn't that what this video is? Well, unfortunately for you, fucko, right? You have a million channels that you can go to for hashtag good art vibes, as they say, right? Little cutesy. I'm not a cutesy art channel. I'm a real man. Right? I found like, what is that? I sound like a discount Sauron? That what it is? That what it is? Anyways, see, like, this is not accurate whatsoever. But anyways, now, obviously, the main challenge comes to transpose, transmit, transfer, transfuse that sphere inside the box with the center lines over and under and turn it into an helmet. Right, so this is obviously the difficult part, but this is where I mean that I have a crutch, because I can literally refer to the actual box itself, where here I couldn't really refer to like an actual legitimate box as my frame, but you know, but it's still more difficult because now I don't have a sphere to refer to and I have to imagine the sphere, right? So it has its trade-offs, right? But at the end of the day, it's just about visualizing the box, the sphere inside the box, and then the center lines inside the sphere inside the box. And that's actually harder to see the center line inside the sphere inside the box when I don't have the sphere as a reference here. So yeah, there's trade-offs, and it's all difficult skills that must be had or must be made or must be learned. What the fuck am I saying? Whatever. They're difficult. It's goddamn hard, bro. I'm veiny, I'm girthy, and I'm ready to blow, as they say, in terms of my artistic skills. Right? Because these are skills. Talking while drawing is a skill. Talking while talking is also a skill. Right? Thinking while drawing while talking is also a skill. So listening to me while drawing must definitely be the fucking most difficult skill of all. Which is why I hope people keep me on mute and put me in the background and give me retention. Alright? That would be nice. It's actually hilarious that I still get like 40 hours of watch time a week. Or a month, sorry, a week? That's like the dream. But yeah, 40 hours of watch time a month. It's Pretty insane, actually. I don't know who the fuck is watching. I mean, Parkit. They're one of my number one fan is this individual called Parkit Verlager. Everybody docks him, but he messages on my channel relatively often. I talk to him on Instagram as well, right? He's literally my number one fan. He's in the 0.1% of my viewers, and by the way, while I'm talking, I'm thinking he's in the 0. And especially trying to visualize, he's in the 0.1% of my viewers, which means he's literally my number one fan because I have 1,000 subs, a bit over right now, 1,046, 48, some shit like that, right? So he's clearly like he's literally number one, right? Because he's 0.1, but either way, okay. So now I have to think about some shapes I can wrap in, right? Well, as always, see, my mind immediately goes to like some diagonal bullshit, but we're gonna avoid the diagonal bullshit. We're gonna avoid it to the best of our ability, and because obviously I want, or at least like we're gonna avoid the generic diagonal bullshit that I always do, because I do want to yeah, like I do want to experiment with different shapes, and it's hard to do that when you just keep doing the same shit over and over and over, which is why I'm trying. I know right now, I know, like, as I say that, you might be like, what the fuck, I've seen you do something like this many, many times before. Well, shut up! Did I say I was going to do it? Yes. Did I say I will do it? Yes. But have I done it? No. There you go. There's your answer. But, no, I'm just trying to think in terms of, because what I've realized, like, there's a lot of, like, platings that occur, right? There's a lot of platings that can be kind of like considers that is a design language for the sort of armor I'm realizing, right? So obviously being like, oh yes, plating occurs versus actually drawing it as such are two completely different things, and actually designing and thinking about design and the ratios and the big, medium, small and all those complexities involved, right? But, and even now, like, look, I completely fucked up proportion because this is way too close here, right? Way too fucking close. So I'm gonna have to, we're just gonna have to make this slightly smaller, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? So I just have to think outside the box a little, right? Just gotta think outside the box. And something like this, maybe, right? There you go. That already looks kind of decent. I don't think it has like the perfect center line, but I'm trying to keep it in mind, right? I'm trying to keep it in mind, especially if I do something, because this could definitely be a plating of sorts. So let me do something like this, right? I'm basically doing multiple rounding here, right? Projecting the plane outward evenly. And I like doing these tiny details because this really, of course, the grand scheme of things, it does improve my line work, I'd like to believe. It does make me be more conscious about the lines that I'm drawing, right? So, but I do struggle a lot with these subtle angles, as you will note, right? I struggle quite a bit with these subtle angles. So, see, like here, I think I fucked it up. See, and okay, see, I fucked up the lines completely. Like, now I'm gonna have to go over it multiple times. Not because I want to, because kind of have to make it even, right? So there's that. Bring this down a bit more. See, like already, yeah, I fucked up the perspective. I need to stop touching that more than anything, right? And let's see if it maybe project it outwards like so. Maybe this is like a shadow or something that's connected to it. That doesn't really look that good. I'm well aware it looks like fucking garbage, but see, and I lost the sphere a lot too, and this needs to be a perfect sphere, right? So, or at least I would like it to be a perfect sphere, right? So this needs to come down over here. Now, I guess what I'm trying to think of is like, okay, Okay, I don't know. It's actually kind of difficult even trying to know what I'm trying to think of, completely honest, right? Like, what type of design do I want here? Do I want something that's... Maybe I want something that's kind of jutting outward, right? So maybe I want something like this. Okay, so now that I did that, we can extend it like so, perhaps? There you go. And then we can perhaps bring them outward like that. Then bring them, make a little cutout here. Just sort of follow the perspective. I don't know. I don't know. It was actually supposed to be something different in terms of what I had imagined. But it always is supposed to be something different, right? That's the funny thing, is like, drawing from imagination is like, I thought I would do X, and then you pull out fucking A, B, and C. You're like, what? Nani? Bakana! Right? So, it's just par for the course. And then maybe there's like a little strap here. Right? Boys be strapped up. Brap! Right? As they say. So... reflective of my socioeconomic status. Socioeconomic. Right? I brap the grap. That's what my mom taught me when I was young, and I've been holding onto it ever since. I have no idea what the fuck that means, I'll be honest. I literally don't know what I'm saying. But you thought it was funny, right? Haha, you were like, haha. Just like that. So, I will call it a double Jew. There you go. I mean... No, this is wrong. This is so... Oh man, I turned it into a... Okay, well that's a really good mistake, but I completely turned it into a top-down perspective. Holy shit. Unless I can fix this. Unless this can be fixed. Right? Unless this can be... This can be fixed. Let's see. What do I want here? Well, what was I doing here? I don't know. Let's see, like, I completely have not been able to think about that perspective at all. But nope, that's a mistake as well. Yeah, see, it's too much. Is it too much? I don't know. I actually don't know if it's too much. But let's see. This shape is nothing good. Yeah, that shape is not good, so I need to immediately start problem solving for this shape as well. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to the box. Nope, that didn't work. God damn, this is so difficult. Let's see. I wanted to do something like this initially, but maybe to make up for it now. Something like this, like it's jutting out, coming back in. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, bro. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. This is a horrible helmet design, which is fine, you know, that's just how it is, but it is sometimes surprising how ass one can be. You know what I mean? Like, can I even salvage this? Fuck it, when in doubt, add cylinders, right? Do not doubt the power of random cylinders in your shapes, young Padawan. For the random shapes in your cylinders are the Padawan inside your doubt. Ah, so deep, so deep. But let's see. Did I save it? I think I did save it. The power of bullshitting perspective, truly. Verily, a power beyond all measure. Right. Let's see. And then, I don't know. Maybe this is connected to this. Coming out. And what the fuck do I want here? What the fuck do I even want here? Well, I did say I like plating, so we could actually do something like this, right? Plate it over Donder. The real question is that even... Well, to be honest, no. Like, it's not the correct horizontal center line at all, right? Because it has to be following this ellipse, but... And I didn't get the correct vertical center line either, so... Well, I hope this goes to show just how shit I am. And when I'm good, it'd be like, oh my god, he was just like me. He was also ass and completely confused as to what he was doing. But he just kept trying. He just kept trying. Oh my god, so motivational. He just kept trying. Right? So, let's see. Maybe, again, more ellipses. When in doubt, everybody say it with me. When in doubt, ellipticals, right? That one my dad taught me. I even asked him what it meant, and then he beat the shit out of me. So it's actually pretty productive conversation, all things considered. That's wrong. It should be like this. Ta-da! Absolute garbage. Yeah, damn. So, obviously, like, this is the ellipse at this scale I was trying to imagine, right? Something like this being the vertical, and then this horizontal being extremely subtle, right? To follow this, obviously, actually more like this, right? Yeah, and this one definitely more like that, but, you know, off-centeredness aside, that's obviously what I was trying to imagine. I failed miserably, so that's amazing. So we're gonna try this angle again. I like just sticking to that angle, to the difficult angles until I get them, right? Not that I've ever gotten them, literally not that I've ever gotten them once, but the attempt is what's important, right? And obviously trying to draw hard surface shapes. Like, what is this, bro? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, what did I do here? This is literally non-thinking. I want everybody to know, this right here, what are the fucking retarded bullshit I pulled here, is not thinking. And when you're not thinking, you're not drawing. Alright? So, I'm gonna rest my brain, and then I'll be right back. How long has it been, actually? Oh, only 23 minutes. Nice. Maybe I can do 3 reps today. So definitely the difficult part about this is it's like, yeah, you get trade-offs, right? With this, I couldn't imagine the box, but the sphere was very easy. Very easy. Can't speak. Very easy. And this is a fucking just what is it called? My the lazy, you know, like you have a lazy eye, the lazy tongue. Just completely forgot to articulate myself, right? Articulate myself, but yeah, there's trade-offs. Like with this, I could see the sphere, but not really, and the center lines, which is good, but not the box. And with this, but I feel as if this forced me to see the box a lot more. This is a good way to force me to see the sphere inside the box a lot more. So with that being said, we're gonna nasally voice. We're gonna try again, right? We're just gonna okay, again, like while I'm talking, I'm looking at the reference. I'm trying to project a box onto that reference. So we're definitely gonna try again. This is more accurate, I believe. Right? Yeah, that because we do see a lot of the side plane for sure. And I still made it way too fucking low. God damn it, bro. I need it. I guarantee I'm not shit. It's the pen. It's the pen's fault, right? That's why people are asking what pen do you use, because they need to know what to blame, right? It's as simple as that. Can't be my fault. Come on. The skill is in the eye of the pen that beholds. Ever think about that? No, because you don't fucking think, do you? That's right. That's what I thought. Okay, see, I need to like see the sphere inside of this. So that's what I haven't been doing, right? Again, full transparency. I always try to make my thought process as clear as possible, right? Because for let's just say there's going to be 3 to 4 thousand people max, right? If I'm projecting my success of the success of this channel and just what I'm doing to be at least a few million, right? It is likely that the few million or the success occurs around the 5 to 10 year mark, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that, right? The 5 to 10 year mark will be basically my 8 to 13 year like point in my journey. Oh, sorry, no, 7 to 10. Wait, no, what the fuck? I started 2 years in, so the 7 to 9 year mark. I don't know how I got 8 to 13. I'm fucking retarded. Anyways, but basically, when I'm 7 to 9 years into learning, which is when people get when they stick with it, they get okay. Again, this is diverging again. I literally had a feeling it was diverging, and I still did it. So that's good. If you can see that this was diverging, you have an opportunity to improve your ability to see the grid and perspective lines, right? I'm sure. Oh, like even this isn't connected properly. There's always gonna be little mistakes here and there, but the point is, I'm trying to make my thought process as clear as possible, because in the future, people will value this thought process very well. People who give a shit about learning, right? Let's be very clear on that, right? Artists who care about learning and who are intrigued by how did he achieve quote unquote mastery, right? Or excellence. How did he achieve such excellence? You know? And my goal is for that question to be answered overwhelmingly with absolute confidence to the best of my ability, right? Per every step possible. Every step being every hour that is recorded, every video that's put out. Yeah, again, like the success won't happen. I have 300 videos out right now, i.e., 300 plus hours. The success won't happen probably till like the 1,000 minimum hour mark, minimum, right? So when it comes to think about it that way, right? It is my duty, it is my obligation, if this channel is to serve as a repository, to consistently inform you that right now I'm thinking about the sphere inside this box and the center lines to the best of my ability, and it's extremely, extremely difficult. The amount of effort I'm putting in is extremely large. Like it's extremely difficult. But I want to again reassure you that the effort is the only thing that matters, right? The effort is the only thing that matters. I am reassuring you as a soon-to-be modern master, right? If I may be so bold to speak such words, right? Here I am reassuring you, and these words will not mean much now, but you, oh fool, who decides not to listen now, but curses yourself for not listening 10 years from now, right? Or probably comes up with some bullshit excuse as to why you can do what I'm doing, but let it be known, the effort is the only thing that matters. Please internalize that, and just focus on the effort, and focus on making as many mistakes as possible and feeling good from those mistakes. Right? Have I said that well? Like, I think that's probably, I've probably said this hundreds of times at this point, but I'll say it thousands more, right? Because I'm all about the repetitions. But either way, again, I've lost the sphere inside the box. I'm only objectively able to hold it perhaps 20 to 30% of the time, right? At all times, like to hold the 3 layers of perspective, but I'm consistently trying. And again, that trying is really all I give a shit about, because the trying is really all that matters. Right, so while I look at the reference and while I try to place these features purely for a relative understanding of proportions, I am also projecting the sphere and this the center lines, right, vertical and horizontal, inside the sphere, inside the box as much as possible. And it is extremely difficult because I'm also explaining myself while doing it, and talking while drawing is a very, very, very difficult skill, but it is worthwhile because the effort is worthwhile, because doing difficult things is worthwhile, right? So yeah, I do believe that this is actually incorrect. Actually, I just took that in. Like, I've been drawing this wrong. This is the perspective. Well, not even that much. Like, it's like this is his eye, and this Yeah, so I've actually been doing this wrong the entire time, which is another incredible feeling, right? I just forced myself to feel good there. I've been doing this wrong the entire time. Somebody asked me, like, how the fuck do I force myself? Like, I know I'm trying, but I get frustrated, right? The first step is to not take it so seriously. Because the only thing you should ever take seriously when it comes to this process is the effort. Again, right? Like, that's why I've trained myself to only give a shit about the effort, right? When you only care about the effort that you put in and not the outcome, which is a mindset which is trainable because you're responding to a particular stimulus, right? Which is your drawing experience. It is obviously something that has to be consistently reminded within you as you draw, right? It is not something that is intuitive. It is not something that is easy. And it's definitely not something that's automatic, right? But yeah, like I'm still trying my hardest to see the fucking sphere inside of this, to be honest. Like, really see the sphere inside of this. And it's hard because I'm trying to see a perfect sphere inside a box, you know? And it has, and like with all these lines are distracting from it as well. Like, all these lines are distracting from it. That's why on my own time, I guess to the best of my ability, every now and then, I just need to be able to draw a sphere inside a box, right? But I think my box is getting smaller now. Yeah, so I need to make sure that I enlarge it to this size, because it's not good to draw it so small either, right? I want to expand my visual grid. Literally, I want to expand my perspective grid. So if I just try to project a box onto this, or sorry, a sphere inside this box, the center lines. Well, because this is wrong, I'm actually not going to follow this perspective. We're going to obviously change it to the perspective that this actually, the portrait reference is in. But it's still good practice that I'm trying to project things in general. 3 layers of perspective is the first major step, and it's incredibly difficult, right? So, you know, I want to get this down. At the very least, I want to be like 40% proficient in it. But like, in terms of like 40% being able to visualize it at all times, right? Sorry, being 40% being able to visualize at all times. That makes no sense. 40% at all times, no. At any given point, being able to visualize 40%. That's basically what I mean. Right, so, and we need to take our time when it comes to designing these helmets, right? So, oh man, my fucking head is hurting too. This is like a lot of efforts being put here. Genuinely, a lot of efforts being put here. So let's see. Again, I do want to think about the design language that I've been seeing a bunch when it comes to yeah, see, it's going to be a different perspective because this is the wrong perspective. This right here is wrong, right? So I do want to see what can be done regarding, yeah, okay. Well, I actually see the perspective a lot better now, because I want to be able to draw. Yeah, okay, let me move this over actually, because there you go. Yeah, but I want to be able to draw like a decent, yeah, just decent hard surface helmet, right? So you might not see much of a difference here, but already there's a decent, and this isn't even the right perspective either. Even this is pretty off, but I've committed, so I just have to make sure that it makes sense to a degree. And let's see, because let's see, maybe I can do something like this. There you go. And this is obviously where I'm really gonna have to think about the perspective, right? Whether it's correct or incorrect, which in this case is starting to look pretty off, but I still have to see as much as I can. I still have to do as much as I can, right? So that's what matters. Let's see. I'm trying to think really hard right now. Still referring to the perspective, and again, trying to hold that box. Hold this box, by the way. This is roughly the box I'm trying to hold in my mind. right? Roughly. Well, but again, don't forget, I'm also trying to hold a sphere inside this, that this has to wrap around evenly. And then the center line, right? Which is what I'm trying to do here. But let's see. So we got this. And then what? And also, don't forget, I'm trying to design on top of that as well. So, lots of things are happening. Now, the main question is first the sphere, right? First the sphere. Because I need to make sure that perspective-wise it's starting to make sense. Let's see. And I'll, like, again, like, that line's already a fuck up there. I'm really grinding my brain, I'm telling you guys, because this is already fucking with my perspective sense, but I know that I'm wrapping it around a sphere, which isn't the correct perspective, right? Which I'm visualizing to be in the correct perspective. So we obviously need to think a little. I'm just gonna try something, and again, I'm trying so hard to see that box. I'm telling you right now, I'm trying so fucking hard to see this box. But right now, it's not staying. It's really not staying at all, right? Which is where I need affirmations from my design. Like little, yeah, there you go. See, little consistent markers like that say, hey, no, this is actually the right perspective, don't worry. There you go, something like this, right? And again, let's see. I'm just trying to think. So something, it's coming up this way, right? We have this sphere has to fit inside that box. I'm just trying to think right now. Really, I'm genuinely trying to think of some sort of design that, because I purposefully made this difficult. I'm telling you this right now. Like, I purposefully made this like this go against the perspective that I'm establishing in my mind, because that's the only way I'm really gonna train myself to ignore that shit, right? Like, this is the only way I see myself being able to train myself to ignore it. So again, this is the perspective that I've established, right? This is the perspective that I've established, like this box right here. I just need to be able to ignore everything else and see that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, that was a mistake, which is good. This is really good. This is genuinely fucking my mind so hard right now. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, like, I definitely didn't get the center line right. This should have been a bit further back. Maybe I can fraud it by doing something like this. Maybe. And then let's just do something like this. Okay. See, this is the part where I really need to see it properly. Yeah, there you go. Something like that... Okay, I think I'm starting to see it now. I just need to... There you go. And by the way, like I know I'm just saying shit like there you go, but basically I'm really trying to reinforce that perspective that I'm seeing. You know, like when I'm saying there you go, I'm basically saying, okay, like fuck yeah, I think I'm starting to connect these two to the appropriate perspective. That's basically what I'm saying. So again, explaining while thinking is a very difficult skill. Let us not forget that, please, because it is genuinely a very difficult skill. Okay? You know, do not forget that. Let's see. Something like that. Then we'll have this. Yeah, see, that's already so much better. I feel as if it... There you go. See, like, again, I'm trying to think about the whole armor plating shit being attached type of stuff. And then we can even have a little cylinder here. Something like that. There you go. See, I'm starting to see the contour a little bit more. I'm starting to see the vision, I guess, a little bit more. But I'm telling you right now, this is extremely fucking difficult. Like, my brain is just in... I can't even explain how much discomfort it's in. Trying to make sense of all this. Right? So that's important, I hope. See, and I didn't even do this properly here. But that is important for anybody, I guess, listening to understand. See, I don't actually understand the logic behind what I did here. But it's okay, we're just gonna have to go with it. Right? What did I do here? We did something like this, then we went down, then we went out. Then again, trying to keep it proportional, right? Not that it makes a shit ton of sense, but... There you go, let's add this little jut out thing. And this is the part where we add the bevels, right? The rounding, essentially. It's not really rounding, I guess, in this context, but... And I still don't know if I'm seeing this correctly, I'll be completely honest. Like, I genuinely don't know. And that's an important part, that not knowing, right? Me not knowing is the important part. Because that's what I'm gonna learn. Right? And again, let's just make this armor plating, maybe, yeah, something like that. I don't even think I should be able to see this part, to be honest. Fuck me, that was such a fucking horrible mistake. Okay, so like it's gone to shit. It's gone to shit, and we just have to accept it. Dude, I can't see anything. Like, I literally can't see shit. Whatever, we're just gonna add little cutouts here. I've completely lost the sphere, by the way. I lost that like 5 minutes ago. I've just been trying to get the box back. But, oof, this is such a difficult perspective. Right, this is such a difficult perspective. Yeah, I definitely fucked up this other side. That's something I struggle with a lot. I think it could have gone okay, but... Maybe I should just spend this time doing this, right? Just practicing, like genuinely just practicing form wrapping. I think that would help. I think actually that wouldn't be too bad. And we'll keep it simple. We'll keep it much simpler than this. Like, fuck the functionality or whatever. I mean, clearly, like, the thing is, maybe a balance is necessary. I'm not saying I'm gonna give up completely on what I'm doing here, right? But if I'm having so much trouble seeing this sphere, then the bottleneck, I assume, right? And this is all just assumption because, again, we have to remember that I'm just learning, right? I don't have the answers, so that's the beauty of learning, is not having the answers, right? So what I'm just trying to say is, yeah, see, like, I couldn't see the sphere or whatever, just close it off. Just close it off, just close it off. This is just ass. It's like, it's honestly for me, it was like one step forward, 5 steps back. But this is good though, because like, again, I feel good because I made a fuck ton of like incredibly bad mistakes, right? Bad being just a word I'm ascribing to just not being the the correct thing that I did, but it doesn't matter. It's just a mistake and it's a good thing, right? But clearly, if I struggle so much with seeing, right, then especially the sphere, you know, I think that I think I can confidently say that holding that sphere, the box, you know, the sphere inside the box, if those two things are already so difficult, right, the box, the sphere inside the box, and the center lines, vertical and horizontal, then it's not, again, like, yeah, I have drawn pretty decent things surrounding them. I'm not saying I haven't, right? I'm not saying I haven't. Perhaps I just need to reframe my mind properly because I haven't been able to do it as well. Who knows? Who knows? Then again, it is harder because I actually don't have a sphere here to refer to as the previous ones did, right? Actually, because I used to refer to those. So yeah, you know what? With this, we'll just really focus on form wrapping a sphere with hard surface type shapes. It might be the exact same thing I end up drawing, like the similar type of stuff, but maybe just that shift, you know, that vocabulary shift is necessary in how I approach it. We'll see. We'll see. Again, it's all experimentation. But yeah, I'm gonna rest my brain and we'll go for one more. It's already been 47 minutes. So yeah, we'll do one more rep. Probably gonna go into like an hour and 20, something like that. And then I'm gonna rest, and then I'm gonna do another hour, and then Gucci Gango. Anyways, I'll be back. You rest your brain as well, please. So I know, like, I've gotten comments. Some people think my burping is gross, and by some I mean one person that said that 8 months ago, and I'm still holding it to my heart to this day. But the whole point of even bringing this up is not even so I can even bring up that comment. It's purely just as a segue into saying, if you think my burps are bad, you should hear my sister's. My sister's burps are fucking like obscene. It's insane. She'll be like, and then she'll just keep talking, and I'll be like, Jesus Christ. I'm so desensitized to it too. She's been doing this shit since I was a kid. But yeah, it's and then one of my friends, Mr. R, I've mentioned Mr. R, right? He's the gay one, if that contextualizes it, right? Just imagine him wearing the Borat spandex, you know, bikini or whatever the fuck, right? One piece, and just flinging his dick everywhere every time he talks, while also burping at the same time. That's basically, I mean, it lives up to the stereotype pretty well of being ugly, but yes, he is one of the good ones. But I make the same fucking joke 24/7. But either way, onto the rep. My sister and my friend Mr. R burp really loudly. That's it. I'm not that bad. Okay, so yeah. So the main thing is truly just, no matter what, visualizing the sphere inside the box and the center lines inside the sphere inside the box. That is the main goal. Everything else, let's just say, bad. I don't know, just so I know that it's bad. But everything else, and it was really hard to think there too. Like, it was so hard to think. I thought I was doing something well, and then, you know, I just kind of went to shit, and that's just usually how it is, right? But it's already so hard to think. And then trying to think about the box and then the shapes on top of the box. I mean, that's just what I need to train, right? And let's just see if that... And I probably have gone through this little sentence shift multiple times. I have, for sure, saying, oh, maybe just think about it as multiple round or hard surface shapes on a sphere. I did that in the back and it worked. And then I, for some reason, went back to thinking about it like a helmet here. For some reason. So, you know, like I said, I'm fucking dumb, right? Like, I forget things quite often. And I struggle a lot with thinking in general. So, yeah, bear with me. And also bear witness, clearly. Oh, dude, I messed that line up again. Did I? I think I did. Who knows? Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's hilarious how I thought this would be easy, but then this ended up becoming definitely way more difficult than I expected, which is usually how it goes when it comes to learning. Right? It's the whole Dunning-Kruger bullshit. Which is funny to me, because, like, I genuinely... I'm well aware that I know very little. But I guess of the things that I do know, I tend to have some confidence, which is a mistake because you can't ever have too much confidence. This is completely off, but we're just going to go with it while trying to think about the sphere. This is completely off. Also, I've foreshortened the fuck out of his top of his face. So if that's what we're doing, might as well foreshorten it here as well. Right? But this is very off. This is not his face at all. Yeah, that's not the angle whatsoever. Like, genuinely not the angle whatsoever. But it's what it is. It's what it is. Make the mistake, live with the mistake. I'm not gonna put the eyes and the features and all that shit this time around just because I do want to get to thinking about the, like, putting the helmet and shit. But yeah, thinking about the sphere, like, even while I'm drawing this, I'm saying I can barely think about the sphere. I can barely think about it. It's so fucking difficult. It's so fucking difficult. So, obviously, I think my methods that I had before, which is establishing the horizontal and vertical center line, were good methods that I can continue to keep in my mind while I draw, right? And I think... the main thing is, like, while I'm visualizing, I just need to keep calculating. I feel as if I've forgotten, or I've just forgotten. Yeah, I've forgotten to calculate as much as I have. Like, I already feel more confident knowing that I'm constantly calculating the box in my mind and the sphere and the center line, right? Vertical and horizontal. Like, I already feel better knowing that I'm doing this, because that's what I'm trying to see. You know, and whether I'm seeing it as accurately as I could, or not, right? It still helps me to know that I'm actually, you know, I'm trying to see things, right? But I guess we'll just start with drawing hard surface shapes onto the box inside, onto the sphere inside the box with the center lines attached to it. So yeah, I've clearly not understood the assignment, but that's the beauty, is that I have infinite I have infinite opportunities to understand the assignment. This is very difficult. This is incredibly difficult. This guy's face angle is fucked. It's this. It's what it is. It's this. Right, so I did it pretty incorrectly, so I'm trying to think again, and then it's just subtle. Yeah, that's wrong too. So it's more like this. This is his face angle. So I had it right here, much more so. Yeah, there you go. That's much more accurate. Maybe still has no, that's pretty fucking accurate actually. If I go by his eye line, it knows everything like that. Especially the eye to ear ratio, like that shit really, really helps. But it's always the jaw. The jaw fucks with everything because the jaw is literally tilted away from it, right? Like the jaw is like this, you could say. If this is his chin, his jaw is jutting out like that, which fucks with everything. Because then we're like, oh, I'm seeing the neck fat down here, and I'm seeing the neck down here, I'm seeing the neck over here, right? But that doesn't take away the fact But I still see this fucker from the bottom. You cunt. God damn it. Why is everybody so difficult to draw? Is it me? Am I the problem? I don't have the skill? No. Everyone else is just too difficult to draw because their face is made that way. They should all look like me so I can just draw myself over and over. Even that's gonna be pretty fucking difficult. I can't get my own likeness. But anyways, okay, so visualize the box. Try to get the right box. Visualize the right box as much as possible. Right? Put the sphere inside of it. Put the fucking, what the fuck am I saying? Put the center lines, Jesus Christ. You know, put the what is this? The fucking, the ellipse, right? With the right minor axis. So it goes like so. Same with here. Right? So let's just get this down. So easily. Okay, I got it down. Wonderful. How easy was that, fucking idiot? Let's just get it down. Let's just do it. Why don't you just play the instrument? Right? Have you thought about making the shot? Just do it. Fuck. But anyways. So I do want to say I think this is just one of those days. I'm having a lot of trouble. Think about it this way. If like a third, let's say like on average our days are just neutral, right? So 60% of our days are neutral. That means what? 20% are bad, quote unquote, and 20% are good, right? Then this is just one of those bad days in particular to the context of visualizing and drawing and art. But does that mean that I've lost the ability to draw? Don't answer that. I don't want to know the answer. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, let's just do something like this. Let's see. Wait, I think I already fucked that up. Yeah, I think I already fucked that up, but it's okay. We're just gonna make do. And I lost the perspective again already. But it's okay. It's okay because Watashi wa kita. It's an All Might reference. But anyways, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something that could be done. I don't really have any idea anymore. My brain is just struggling really, really hard. But that's the good part. I mean, I say it as if it's a bad thing. I'm not trying to say it as a bad thing. I'm just, my brain, when your brain struggles that hard, it can be hard or it can be difficult to think about anything else apart from the sheer difficulty of the experience. Right? Does that make sense? You know, when you struggle, the struggle takes precedent over anything else. Thereby pee-peeing the poo-poo. Okay, there you go. Cool, and then this is just something where, like, yeah, I made it come out. Does this go this way? This go this way. And then it follows the perspective. Yeah. I'm just trying to think. Trust me, like I'm in extreme fucking discomfort. I don't know how I can prove that I'm in extreme discomfort apart from just saying I'm in extreme discomfort. But I can assure you that I can barely think right now. Genuinely, I can barely. Oh, but it's getting better actually. See, because I'm putting in more effort towards thinking. There you go. Or at least I guess I'm directing my efforts in the thinking to make more sense, hopefully. What the fuck am I saying? What the fuck am I actually saying? Oh yes, I'm putting effort into the thinking to make more sense, into the thinking to think, to the thinking. Good job, Biggie. You, myself, have earned yourself the dunce cap. Right? Oh, the perspective is off though. But it's okay. I just gotta deal with it. Yeah, I just gotta deal with it. Unless I do something like this, actually. Then maybe I can bring that down. And that makes it a little bit better. Not really. Okay, so we need to think about obviously making this as even as possible. So we could try something like this, right? There you go. Yeah, try something like that. This way it's definitely on a sphere, right? It's definitely, what I did is I basically extended it and then I wrapped it around what is intended to be a perfect sphere. It's a large ass sphere too. That's just what I'm trying to do right now. You know? Now again, to keep the perspective intact, I could simply draw, let's say, which is by the way a horrible service. Do not use Simply Draw. It's literally like, here's how you draw this exact type of fucking shitty cat. Congratulations, you're an artist. It's for fucking morons who just want to say that they can doodle something, which is fine. If you want to be a moron who can just say you can doodle something, right? We do need morons in the world. But I'm going to assume, assumption being made, I'm going to assume that you do not want to be said moron. Right? But, anyways, whatever bullshit I'm saying aside, I mean, yeah, Simply Draw is a fucking horrible service. It's like using it, it's like same shit with Simply Piano, Simply whatever, all the other fucking things. If you've ever learned anything, you would know that these are fucking absolute garbage ways to learn it, a skill proficiently. It's just like a dopamine fix for people who have shit, who haven't trained the ability to learn anything, right? So, I mean, yeah, that's just a fact. Objective fact based on my opinion. Let's go. Okay, so now we have this. So I got a little bit more down, right? Now that I've actually, so the hard surface wrapping is helping for sure. Let's do something like this. Right? Definitely a bit more spherical. Whether it's accurate is a whole different question, right? But definitely more spherical. And then we can start thinking about maybe more hard surface shapes. Like, what do I usually see? Okay, well, I usually do see stuff like this. It's not centered. Actually, that's my issue. So maybe something like that would be better. Right? Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's a lot more centered, for sure. So, I think this is when I can allow myself to maybe introduce something, let's see, something that's jutting out, possibly. Let me just do something like this, just because I want to at least try it. Right? Let's see, yeah, this should be accurate. There you go. Okay, I'm definitely still trying to calculate the fuck out of that box in the sphere, but this is getting a little bit better, I guess. So how do I calculate this is the real question. It's coming out this way. This is coming out that way? No, hold up. Don't make any rash decisions. This, moving out. So, yeah, it would be something like this, wouldn't it? Let's do something like, there you go. And maybe we can bring this to the center as well. That's coming out there. Wait. I don't want to fuck anything up yet. Hold up. How is this gonna attach? There you go. There you go. Okay, so we'll do something like this. And I wish I didn't make this so square, to be honest. Because that's just like that's just bad design language. It's just basic. Like, oh look, you got a fucking right angle. Congratulations, you're a genius. But maybe this can actually yeah, maybe this can be actually something kind of unique like that. Where it's actually meeting with the helmet itself. Right? There you go. That looks kind of interesting. And then now we can... well, how long has it been? Oh, it's been an hour and 6 minutes. Okay, I should... Well, I'm not gonna rush just because it's been an hour and 6 minutes, but... Let's see, maybe we can... kind of hinge-like shape that wraps around this, because I haven't done a wrapping around of a hinge-like shape before. Right? Can even have a sphere here. Okay, I need to obviously bring my hand back from the pen because it's holding way too close to the surface. Let's just bring this back. Again, I haven't lost the sphere yet, surprisingly, or the box, but I'm actually quite surprised with myself that I haven't lost it yet. Speaking of sphere, we should add something. Wow. Okay. Go. There you go. Yeah, and wanna really emphasize the foreshortening if possible. We can even, there you go, just something like that. Although I should have made it like that. Right? This is actually attached to the sphere as a spherical shape, right? But how is this connecting? Let's see, maybe... what am I trying to do with this? Let's just, I guess, make it attached to this. And give it some cutouts to make it look relatively interesting, right? Maybe same thing happened on the other side, but we can't see it because I'm fucking retarded. I forgot to add proper shit. There you go. And then what? Well, we still have the entire rest of the sphere to complete. So we might as well start that process like so. It's not perfect. It's actually like, it's definitely not a good sphere for sure, but, and it's not, it's still off-centered. I know, I'm well aware it's still off-centered, but let's see, maybe something like this. Like, okay, like a cylinder that's tapered maybe can it be attached here? Or there you go. That should be coming up, and then this will be the actual, of course, the actual perspective, right? And because this is already kind of, I guess, intensive. See, I fucked up the angle here, as you can see. But there you go, maybe something like that. And who knows what this is. I'm just, I guess, creating half spheres or half ellipses attached to it, and we're just gonna create a little cutout there. There you go. Yeah, definitely off-centered. Definitely fucking off-centered. Trust me, I am aware of all my, as much as I can be. See, I also was rushing that line, so I completely fucked it up. But as much as I can be, I try to be aware of my shortcomings, right? There you go. And what unique thingy can we put at the bottom here? Right, what unique thingy can we put at the bottom? Let's see. Well, when in doubt, shape it out, right? So let's do something like this. Following the contour. Of the sphere. There you go. And then we can have, there you go. That's not bad. I can just fucking solidify the perspective with this, right? And we can even have a cylinder coming out like so. There you go. Something like that. Right, just connecting it, like kind of manipulated shapes. This one we can do something like this. Again, always like challenging myself with line work. Right? This, I definitely think I did a decent amount better. Even though the sphere is a bit too wide. How long has it been? Damn, it's been an hour and 13. Okay, I should call it after this. But definitely the sphere is a bit too wide. And there still is very little logic, evidently, to like the shapes themselves. Right, like actually, like this kind of looks very muddy now that I look at it. It looks really bad, but it's okay. We're just gonna have to commit the felony of drawing and making mistakes. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Okay, and then I guess we'll just finish the sphere. Yeah, looks like ass, like every single drawing I do. But that was a good session. I mean, I'm gonna keep working on trying to see that sphere. I mean, I feel as if I definitely get too caught up in the shapes that I draw, because I do like pushing myself, and I do like thinking about design and like actually trying to create complexity while holding the simple shapes in my mind. And that is the most difficult part, is like creating complexity while holding simplicity in my mind, because the simplicity is not simple. Like the shapes are simple, but the act of visualizing and holding 3 layers of perspective is extremely difficult, right? So yeah, I'll be back in like 20 minutes. I'll probably brush, yeah, and then I'll be back and I'm gonna do 1 more hour, and I'm really, really, really gonna try to grind my brain, right? And then that's it. Okay, but I hope you put a lot of effort in. I hope you really, really tried. I hope you had a good time practicing, right? All that shit, I encourage you forever and always. Hashtag Viggy Farming. If that's what it means, I guess. Who fucking knows? That's not what it means. But that being said, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing, and please, give me money.